Here in the north, the Yaller horn is about to sound and send two teams to battle here at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Both teams still searching for that first win of the season. One of them is going to find it here as we're off in week 2. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he couldn't do a whole lot there. Minimal yardage picked up to the 27. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Connects on the crosser. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Completed over the middle. Still has some space inside the 35. And he's taken down at the 30. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. Right up the gut. And he's brought down for a loss. Following the play, one of the Vikings in some distress as they hurry the medical staff out to look at him. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. He'll look to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
3rd and just 2 to go. Trying an inside give to Garindo. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. He brings it in. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Garindo gets in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings finish up an excellent opening series. Isaac Garindo with the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
3rd down from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Working quickly here. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Launches one deep downfield. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it 2nd down.
I think it's safe to say that without that ball being tipped, we are looking at a big game. It's a missed opportunity to push that offense, but an even better play defensively to deny the throw.
Second and 10 now. Cut for big yards on the right side. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals finish off their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. It is caught left side. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Now on 2nd and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down. Now a give to Gurindo. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 13. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
The throw is caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Pass play on 1st and goal. Rolling out to his left. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. More from U.S. Bank Stadium after the break. We're ready now for the 2nd quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They're hoping to convert here on 2nd and goal. He's got it. And he's to the 5 before going out of bounds.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. That one's incomplete in the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that forces them to 4th and goal. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Escapes the pocket. Finds his man, it's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
They give it to him again. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Byron Murphy there to make the play. It looked like they had it, but nope, no gain. And now they're just inches short for third down. Back to the well again. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks. Instead, well, the defense is energized with that stop.
4th and 3, drive on the line. Throwing from the gun here. He finds him beyond the marker. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on 4th down. It keeps this drive moving. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Back now, pressure on its way. He sends this one to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked up by Peyton Wilson.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out. And the Cardinals grab it.
Hey, Kate, these last few minutes make me want to look away. A really rough series of events here for an old retired quarterback to watch.
Wish you could see him up here. All these turnovers not doing it for you, partner?
Well, the interception, start there. But immediately then fumbling the ball right back over, that's none too good either. And they know they just fumbled away a critical opportunity.
It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
Didn't take a rocket scientist to know, Kate. They wanted to get the ball in this guy's hands any way they could, not just in the passing game. He just showed you why. This defense not prepared for his impact on the ground.
From the red zone now. And the Vikings rush brings him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. Play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead,
And in for the Arizona touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Cardi now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cardinals take a 4-point lead. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. They get 6, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 37. They left him wide open. It's complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's able to get this down to the 13. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. They're now set for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. This one's caught. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
Ooh, he knew he was going to pay for throwing that. I knew it from up here in the booth watching that happen. But that's an experienced quarterback. If that first primary target isn't there, make sure you find your safety valve. And that got them some yards, so taking that shot, well, it was not for nothing.
Throwing it again here. And they score! It's a Minnesota touchdown! The Vikings get some late points and the lead. That one right down the middle. And the Vikings push their lead to 3. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. To throw it on 1st down. Taking a shot deep down the field it goes. That's complete inside the 35. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Pass play on 1st and 10. Hits his running back. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, short of the 15. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Cardinals 1st down. Setting up a throw. That one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And it's gonna be 2nd down.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just gonna miss. You gotta shake it off and keep on firing.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he's going to score. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals take the lead just before halftime. Cardi now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cardinals take a 4-point lead. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Has this at the 6. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looking to throw. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Here comes the final play of our first half. Looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing it to start this drive. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. And the Vikings are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Ball at the 33 for first down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Dropping back to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. Pass play coming here. He brings it in. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
He rolls to his right. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. This one intended for the running back. So now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Vikings grab the lead on their first series of the half. That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings push their lead to 3. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him add in a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. Little nod, little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Here's 2nd and 11. Gets this to Johnson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. Lone back gets the handoff. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave them enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Looking to the air here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it's 2nd down coming up. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Chased out to his right. Cut near the goal line. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Here's a give on 1st and goal. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Receiver in motion, headed right. Touchdown, Arizona! The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the 2nd half. And puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
That one right down the middle. And the Cardinals take a 4-point lead. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They go play action here. He's going to push one deep down the road. He's got it inside the 25. He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings need only 1 to take the lead. That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings push their lead to 3. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now a give left side. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Second down now, 7 to go. He's going to throw this one. Forced out to his right. Now he takes it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona. He's dropping back to throw. He's going to try to drop it in deep. Lays out for this one. Oh, what a catch! That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Throw left side, complete. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
A gain of 3, and now they're going to be able to plan for first and goal.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
First down, and they go right back to it. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. It's a gain of 1 on first and goal. Now it's going to be second and 5.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Another carry for him. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Third and long for him here. Has it in close. Now they'll get some time to mold this decision. They'll have 4th and goal after the break. It's Cardinals ball, and they could use a score. They come into the 4th trailing. Less than a yard, all that's needed on 4th and goal. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs. Throwing from his own end zone. And not a great choice on first down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so second down coming up.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Throwing again from their own end zone now. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. From his own end zone on 3rd and long. Throwing the out route complete.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Lengthy 4th down try here. They need 6. Throwing from near his own goal line. And he won't find an escape. They converge and drop him for the safety. How about the big fella blasting through the middle, disrupting everything this offense was trying to do? Oh, baby.
You love when big men make plays, huh? I think you get more animated and excited. Like I do, I'm not going to lie. Huh? Yeah, they're doing their work. They're doing their job. So often they don't get all the headlines. They do so much of the dirty work. Not that time. He gets his headlines. He gets in the stat sheet. 2 big points for his defense.
They go play action on first. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Kelee Ringo picks it off. And the Vikings take possession of the football.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they face 2nd down. He'll throw it. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings parlay the interception into points. That one right down the middle. And the Vikings grow their lead to 8. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now it's 2nd down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
2nd and 10 now. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Vikings are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
4 picks, 1 game. Hey, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
Pass him on the quick hitter. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give the quarterback a chance.
They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Short pass brought in. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. From the red zone now. And he makes the catch on the right sideline, but no. Oh, they call it out of bounds. The throw led him just a little bit too much. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Still sticking with the passing game. The throw is caught. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. He'll throw it. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. It's caught right side by Johnson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Offense up to the line fast. To the air now on first and 10. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's a Cardinals first down. They're going play action. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with third down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Fits it through the middle. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Cardinals facing a 15-point deficit. Fourth and 3, drive on the line. Need a conversion, they're throwing for it. He finds it beyond the marker. And he's to the 5 before going out of bounds. The right call came in at the right time. Give him 9 yards and a successful conversion on 4. 4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Goal to go. They're passing. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. The LSU rookie with the pick.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back! Because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10. Back-to-back carries here. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. They have themselves another first and 10. Plowing up the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Going to the ground again on first.